What if I told you there's a city where over 800 languages are spoken on the same streets, where a medieval museum sits hidden above a river, and where the subway that takes you to work has been running non-stop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, since 1904, no breaks, no holidays, over 120 years of never stopping?
That city, New York.
But here's the real question nobody asks. Why do millions of people choose to pay 3 times the national average in rent just to live in a tiny apartment with paper-thin walls and trash bags lining the sidewalk? Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll either want to pack your bags and move here, or feel incredibly grateful you don't have to. Either way, you'll never look at New York City the same way again. Start spreading the news. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Because we're diving into the concrete jungle where dreams are made of, New York City. Often simply called NYC, it is the largest city in the United States, located in the state of New York. As of 2026, approximately 8.3 million people live within the 5 boroughs, while the greater metropolitan area surpasses 19 million residents, making it one of the most populous urban regions in the world. Frequently referred to as the center of the universe, New York is globally recognized for Wall Street, Broadway, Times Square, and its instantly identifiable skyline filled with architectural icons. The vibe is electric, chaotic, and endlessly stimulating. Glass skyscrapers reflect historic brownstones. Steam rises from subway grates, sirens echo through avenues, and the hustle culture is visible in every fast-paced stride. This is a city that operates 24/7, where ambition fuels daily life and opportunity feels just one connection away. Now, before we get into the chaos of modern New York, let's go back, way back, because the origin of this city is far more fascinating than most people realize. New York City's history stretches back to 1624, when it was established as New Amsterdam by Dutch colonists seeking a strategic maritime trading post. Here's a wild detail. The Dutch reportedly purchased the island of Manhattan from the Lenape people for roughly 60 guilders worth of goods. That's the equivalent of around $1,000 today. For what is now some of the most expensive real estate on the planet. Let that sink in. When the British seized control in 1664, it was renamed New York, and its influence steadily grew. From 1785 to 1790, it served as the first capital of the United States, hosting early sessions of the federal government, a fact that often shocks people who assume that was always Washington, D.C. The city later became the primary gateway for millions of immigrants arriving through Ellis Island, forever shaping its multicultural identity. Waves of Irish, Italian, Jewish, Caribbean, Latin American, and Asian communities each left deep cultural imprints that still define neighborhoods today. The resilience displayed after the September 11th attacks further strengthened the city's identity as a symbol of endurance and unity. And here's something you can actually still see today. Parts of Lower Manhattan still follow the original Dutch colonial street layout from the 1600s, quietly hiding beneath towering modern skyscrapers. Here's something that surprises a lot of first-time visitors. New York City isn't just one place. It's essentially 5 cities rolled into one. The city is divided into 5 distinct boroughs: Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island, each with its own character, population density, architecture, and cultural rhythm. Manhattan serves as the financial and commercial core. Brooklyn blends brownstone charm with creative energy. Queens offers unmatched cultural diversity. It's actually one of the most ethnically diverse urban areas on the entire planet. The Bronx carries deep hip-hop and sports heritage as the birthplace of hip-hop culture, and Staten Island provides a quieter, more suburban feel that feels almost like a different world. Geographically, the city sits at the mouth of the Hudson River along the Atlantic coast, forming one of the world's most significant natural harbors. The climate brings 4 true seasons: snowy, often harsh winters, vibrant springs, hot, humid summers, and crisp, colorful autumns. The best times to visit are September through November, when fall foliage transforms parks into golden landscapes, or December, when holiday lights, window displays, and festive markets give the city a magical glow.
Now here's that stat we teased at the beginning. Over 800 languages are spoken in New York City, making it the most linguistically diverse city in the entire world. You could walk 3 blocks and pass conversations in Mandarin, Spanish, Bengali, and Haitian Creole without even trying. Entire neighborhoods reflect global influences, from Little Italy and Chinatown to Jackson Heights and Harlem, creating an unmatched tapestry of traditions, cuisines, and celebrations. Local customs include extravagant Sunday brunches, walking everywhere at impressive speed, seriously don't walk slowly, New Yorkers will not forgive you, and celebrating annual events like the iconic Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, where giant character balloons float down Manhattan streets, watched by millions. Fashion is both expressive and influential. On any given block, you might see Wall Street executives in tailored suits, avant-garde designers in experimental outfits, and vintage-inspired creatives blending styles effortlessly. Individuality thrives, and self-expression is woven into the city's social fabric. Now let's talk about the real reason so many people are drawn here: opportunity. And economically, New York City is one of the most powerful financial capitals in the world. Wall Street drives global markets, multinational corporations anchor the skyline, and Silicon Alley fuels a booming technology ecosystem. Major industries include finance, healthcare, media, publishing, advertising, fashion, tourism, and increasingly technology and biotechnology. In 2026, the median annual salary is approximately $74,000, but that number can be wildly misleading. Specialized roles in investment banking, law, and technology frequently exceed $150,000, sometimes climbing into multiple millions. The job market is fiercely competitive, often requiring strong credentials and networking skills, yet it offers unmatched career mobility and access to industries that shape global trends. Okay, so you're thinking, great salaries, global opportunity, culture everywhere. What's the downside? Well, let's talk about your wallet. The cost of living in New York City is famously high and often the biggest shock for newcomers. A 1-bedroom apartment in Manhattan typically ranges between $3,500 and $5,200 per month. 2-bedroom apartments can easily exceed $7,800. Brooklyn and Queens offer slightly lower rents, though they remain expensive compared to most US cities. Monthly food expenses can range from $600 to $1,000. Public transportation costs around $130 for a monthly unlimited subway pass. Utilities add another $200 to $300. Compared to cities like Chicago or Los Angeles, New York consistently ranks as the most expensive in the country, and yet millions choose to stay. Because for many, the access to opportunity, culture, and pure energy makes every dollar feel worth it. Here's something truly remarkable about the city, right? The New York City subway operates 24 hours a day, every single day of the year. It is one of only a handful of metro systems in the world to do so. While delays in maintenance are common, and New Yorkers will complain about this endlessly, the system remains one of the most comprehensive in the world, connecting all 5 boroughs across hundreds of stations. The city is also served by 3 major airports: JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark, making international and domestic travel highly accessible. Traffic congestion is intense in Manhattan, where congestion pricing has been introduced to reduce gridlock and fund transit improvements. Despite the chaos, New York remains one of the most walkable cities in America. Education and healthcare systems here are among the most extensive and prestigious in the country. Institutions like Columbia University and New York University attract global scholars, while the City University of New York system provides diverse academic opportunities for all. Healthcare facilities such as New York Presbyterian Hospital and Mount Sinai Hospital are internationally recognized for advanced research and patient care, though healthcare costs can be substantial without premium insurance coverage.
If there's one thing New Yorkers are unapologetically proud of, it's the food. The food scene is legendary and deeply embedded in the city's identity. From New York style thin crust pizza and bagels with schmear to towering pastrami sandwiches, these aren't just foods, they're cultural institutions. Ask a New Yorker about their favorite pizza spot and prepare for a 20-minute passionate debate. Street food culture thrives with halal carts, hot dog vendors, and food trucks lining busy avenues. High-end dining reaches extraordinary levels at restaurants like 11 Madison Park, while hidden dumpling shops in Chinatown serve authentic meals at unbelievably affordable prices. Culinary experimentation flourishes here, blending global flavors into innovative creations. In New York, you could eat a different cuisine every single day for a year, and still not come close to trying everything. Now, the tourist attractions, world famous, and absolutely worth your time. Visit the Statue of Liberty, admire panoramic views from the Empire State Building, and pay your respects at the National September 11th Memorial and Museum, a deeply moving experience that every visitor should have. Central Park provides 843 acres of green escape in the middle of a concrete city. The High Line offers a unique elevated park experience built on a converted railway line above the streets. Fifth Avenue showcases luxury retail, Soho highlights boutique shopping, and nightlife pulses through hidden speakeasies and vibrant clubs. But here's the thing about New York. The best experiences are often the ones not on the tourist map. Beyond the iconic landmarks, New York has layers of hidden charm that most visitors never find. The elevated acre, a quiet meadow tucked among the skyscrapers of Lower Manhattan, offering a surreal moment of calm above the urban noise. Most people walk right past it without ever knowing it exists. City Island, a tiny seafood enclave in the Bronx that feels like it was teleported from coastal New England. Fresh lobster rolls, boats in the harbor, and almost none of the city's usual intensity. And perhaps the most unexpected gem of all, the Cloisters, a medieval-style museum perched above the Hudson River in Upper Manhattan, housing a remarkable collection of medieval European art and architecture. It feels like stepping into another century entirely. New York City rewards the curious. Safety and quality of life in New York City reflect the complexity of a megacity. While crime rates have generally improved over decades, property crime and transit-related incidents remain concerns. Noise pollution and sanitation challenges persist. Trash bags lining sidewalks before collection is a uniquely New York sight that takes some getting used to. However, the city's constant activity and visible law enforcement presence can make many neighborhoods feel secure, even late at night. Let's be real for a second. Here's the honest breakdown. The pros are compelling. Unmatched ambition, walkability, public transit convenience, and access to global culture at every doorstep. Students and creatives move here for mentorship, performance stages, and exposure. Finance and tech professionals come for the concentration of high-paying roles. Ambitious individuals thrive in the networking ecosystem. The cons are real too. High living costs, compact apartments, constant noise, and a relentless pace that can genuinely lead to burnout. This city will test you. So, is New York City worth visiting? Absolutely. 10 out of 10. Is it ideal for settling long term? Perhaps a 7 out of 10, depending heavily on your income, your ambition, and your resilience. Final rating, 4.5 out of 5. New York City is not a city to relax in. It is a city to conquer, a city to chase dreams in, a city to test your absolute limits. And if you can figure out how to truly thrive here, paying $4,000 a month for 600 square feet, eating a dollar slice at midnight, sprinting through Times Square in the rain, then honestly, you can make it anywhere.